very political-oriented young guy, likes politics, but has never, he's just a quiet young guy that can't, no, I wouldn't say can't because that's not true, that hadn't ever provided any kind of demanding or vocal leadership. Kind of felt like leadership was just doing the best you could do and other people would follow. And after being elected as captain, he came to me one day and said, I don't think I can be a captain. And I've always said to our captain, don't accept this role unless, and I provide for them a sheet and it tells what the expectations of captains are. And if you can't do this, then I'll understand. It doesn't make you a bad guy, but this is what is needed. And reject it if indeed you can't fulfill those obligations. You can't do it. But there was dialogue with him about, maybe you can, and maybe let's give it a try. And from that day forth, it's been amazing. He has really stepped forth. He's been demanding of his teammates, and his teammates were still have great respect and are responsive, and so he's been beneficial in that way. And the equally significant thing that has really helped him has helped him come out of the shell. It has helped him to evolve as a person, and will have some long-lasting positive effect on his life.
It strikes me as a kid that really has lived inside of his head. Preparation, game day, so he's got tunnel vision on what he's got to worry about. So he's breaking that shell. Really important to him as a player, and he said he wants to coach to see the bigger picture.
And it really has, and that's not been the easiest thing, to do that. And he's a very intent young guy when he gets on the field, and we've tried to be able to not dismantle that, because there's some significant value in football and life for him to be that, but there's maybe a little softer way to approach it than he does. Work on that. So he's thinking a lot of that.
Does he ever try to talk NASCAR with you?
We've had some dialogue, and he's really invested in it. Heavily invested. I don't know beans about who drives, any of those cars, but he knows them all. And it really is, he was invested in it.
I'm excited. Do you worry about the stability of the conference?
Barry, I really don't. I think you look at the conference itself. Now, some people can say, well, if so-and-so, doesn't get, what they want, that they could go someplace. Where do you go? Where are you going? Who's in our conference right now that could go someplace that'd be better than where they are? And I really don't, I may be wrong, other people may see it differently, but I don't think anybody could be in a better situation than the teams that we have in our conference. And I'll tell you what, there's teams that left our conference right now that wish they could get back in the conference.
How many do you think?
2 I know.
The 2 closest to you?
2 I know of.
Well, you can get it back to 12 that way.
Well, I've already made that recommendation.
Did you join social media to really progress into your relationships with your younger recruits coming in? Is that kind of the main reason why you joined?
Well, I just, I'm not as restricted in my thinking as a lot of people might think, and it was suggested to me by people within our program, and I said, well, why not? We'll give it a try. And that's what, it was that simple. There's nothing.
I've asked a few coaches and a few players, and they don't believe it's you. Is it you running it?
I would not do it. I wouldn't have anybody do it for me. It's like, to me, it's not genuine if somebody else is doing it. I had to learn how to do it, so I had to have somebody show me how to do it. But what's on there, I've done, and like I said, just wouldn't be genuine. A lot of people, somebody else does all their correspondence, and I do all my correspondence. And takes a little time and some effort, but it wouldn't be genuine if I just said, Joanne, answer all my mail. It doesn't work that way.
One more quick question for you. Dante went on that trip down to Costa Rica to kind of do the volunteer work. Just what do you think that says about his character that he's willing to give up the time to go do that down there?
Well, I think it's a great thing. Now, there was rewards in it for him to be able to travel as well in a place that's truly foreign to him. But he's one of those young guys. He has, a value system in place where he wants to help other people, and it gave him the opportunity to do so and learn of different cultures as well. So I think it's a great thing for all of them.
I had a chance to ask you about your quarterback battle. Jesse's here. What does that say about him and the leadership he has on his team?
Well, obviously, our captains, all the people that are here, players that are here, are all captains in our program. So it really what it says is somebody selected him as captain. Their teammates vote on it. So there was a strong feeling by our players that Jesse was one of the guys that provided leadership within the program, and Jesse is that kind of guy. As far as the battle itself for quarterback, it's unresolved at this point in time. We've got 3 guys that are very competitive. They're wonderful young people. The competition makes each of them better if they're really invested in it and really want to compete, and they all do. So consequently, it's my belief they are getting better, and we'll see. We're going to get started here in August. You're welcome.
Coach, Donnie Starks, what are the expectations that you have for him this year?
Well, Donnie is a young guy that really studies the game quite well and is quite knowledgeable and can provide leadership with the people that surround him, kind of direct traffic, so to speak. I expect him to be far better than he was. I hope he's far better than he was. I have not seen any drop-off in his willingness to try to prepare himself to be the best he can be in terms of his classroom involvement. I mean, he watches an awful lot of film. He brings a lot of players in and tries to help guide them as well, which also helps him. So my expectations are extremely high for him. We'll see how it plays out.
What has he already brought to the table for your program?
Just the things that I mentioned, I think, as much as anything, helping other young guys, give them guidance and direction in regard to the schematics of our defense and somebody else's offense.
Obviously, you found something in him while he was at Crosby. What was that helped you to bring him to Kansas State?
Well, just the fact, he's a reasonably athletic young guy. Seemed to have a value system in place that was appropriate for our type of program and our program. So those are the 2 most significant things.
One more question. Most of the coaches here, they're wearing their team pins, much like your players. You decided to wear the American flag.
Special time in our country right now. It's hard time. And I concur with not all, but what a lot of people, are saying. This world needs to come together in a major way, and most people don't understand what that takes, and that's too bad.
Coach, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.